before we get started with this video, I now sell merchandise. So if you're interested in buying a t-shirt or a mug, I have a link to my store in the description. I really appreciate anybody that purchases any one of my products. How y'all doing today? It's your boy Jermaine from Shovelnosehogs back with another video where I'm going to be featuring some cool hognose snakes. And as you see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the Stormcloud Morph combination. And so let's get into it. I'm going to take y'all over to the computer. So shout out to Prestige Corns, Kyle over there in the UK for producing these amazing animals that I featured in this video, as well as allow me to use the pictures that he took of these animals. So you can find him on Instagram, Facebook, Morph Market, Prestige Corns. So let's get into it. Here's a picture of him at an expo. So for those who don't know what a Stormcloud is, it is a visual combination of two recessive genes, sable and axanthic. So sable is one of our melanistic genes, basically makes the hognose snake darker. There are variations of it. Some of them are more of a reddish and burgundy color. Some of them are green, and some of them are almost a dark black color. And then axanthic is another recessive gene that removes the yellows, the reds, and the oranges from the snake, leaving behind white, gray, and black. And so when you mix both of these recessive genes and you have a visual animal that's expressing both of them at the same time, you get what's called a Stormcloud, which is very unique. It's a hognose snake that is born with a bluish color. It doesn't really remain blue within adulthood, but that is pretty cool seeing a blue hognose snake hatch out of the egg. Photo credit to Dan Eby. He's the one that first produced the Stormclouds, as well as the one who discovered the sables. So now let's get into these pictures. The first combo I'm going to show that was produced by Kyle is when you combine the Stormcloud, which is sable axanthic, and you combine it with the Hypo gene. And so shout out to Patriot Hogs for this picture of a Hypo. And when you combine those two, this is what you get. So this is a 3 recessive gene visual animal, so sable, axanthic, and Hypo. As you can see, the Hypo definitely lightens the color of it, washes it out a little more, as you can see in these pictures. And before I made this video, I didn't even know that there were morph combinations associated with Stormcloud. I didn't know Arctic was in Stormcloud, especially not other recessives. So this is pretty cool, adding a Hypo, and you can see how the adding other recessives can impact the color of the snake. Here's another picture of it. As you can see, it just kind of washes everything out. And so now what happens if you have a Stormcloud and you combine it with the caramel gene? The caramel gene is very similar to the Hypo gene. As you can see, very similar color. One key characteristic that is associated with the caramel is it changes the pattern, especially on the animal's head. It greatly reduces the head pattern, and it also can affect the pattern of the saddles going down the animal. So what happens when you combine the Stormcloud and the caramel gene, produce a 3 visual combination? You get this crazy looking thing right here. So this is a visual caramel, sable, and axanthic. Here's another picture of it right here, and you can really see how crazy the pattern is, how, you know what I'm saying, unique the saddles are on this animal, as well as the color of it. Here's another better picture of it. Definitely reminiscent of the permafrost. And I think these are great pictures. You can definitely see the sable, axanthic, and then you can see the caramel influence on the pattern. So what if you combine all 4 of those genes that I just mentioned? The sable, axanthic, caramel, and Hypo. You may get something like this. So this right here is not proven. He wasn't 100% sure if this was a visual 4 recessive gene animal. It's definitely different from the previous snakes that I showed you, but this right here could potentially be a visual sable, axanthic, caramel, and Hypo. One thing that really stands out on this animal is the color of his head, which is pretty cool. I do love the patterns of this animal as well. in terms of the saddles. And here's another great picture just of how cool this animal looks. It does look kind of like a permafrost, which is a visual sable, hypo, and caramel. I'm not 100% sure if it has the exanthic, but it could be. He'll have to prove it out, but it's definitely a very unique animal. And if you want to follow Kyle, here's his Instagram page. It's prestige_corns, where he'll be posting other snakes that he's produced this year. He also produced a pretty cool super arctic coral conda that I didn't have in this video. But yeah, definitely give him a follow on Instagram as well as Facebook. And if you're in the UK, purchase some animals from him on Morph Market. Appreciate y'all for watching yet another one of these videos, and let me know what you think about this morph combination in the comment section, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Peace out.